I think ultimately this stuff is just going to be bygones in a campaign. Today, the day later, he's asked, following up on that qualification. And he says, the other thing I believe is so he talks about it a little bit as being gossip. But he goes on to say, she raised $15 million from Wall Street. Are you qualified to be president of the United States when you're raising millions of dollars from Wall Street, an entity whose greed, recklessness, and illegal behavior helped destroy our economy? Question mark. He asked. So in other words, he's not saying now. He's backing off this a little bit. And this is the way he should be phrasing it. In the same way that she did, which is, you ask me if she's qualified. It raises questions. Here's a question it raises. I don't know. Now, the idea, if it is the case now where hopefully both these candidates, Clinton and Bernie Sanders, are back to where they should be, which is Bernie Sanders qualified to be president? Is Hillary Clinton qualified to be president? What both of them should be saying, or at least in my opinion, doesn't go over the line in terms of being helpful, is, I don't know. He did blah, 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 or she did blah, blah, blah. That's a question. That could be a question as to their qualifications. That to me seems completely run-of-the-mill. In fact, here is Hillary Clinton on March 3rd, 2008. Just, I guess, 8 years ago. 8 years and 1 month ago, when she was running against a guy with a funny name, Barack Obama. Barack Hussein Obama. Can you imagine if this guy could actually become president? Well, here she is talking about their relative qualifications.
I have a lifetime of experience that I will bring to the White House. I know Senator McCain has a lifetime of experience that he will bring to the White House. And Senator Obama has a speech he gave in 2002.
Hey, what happened?
What? That sounds like she's saying that John McCain was more qualified than she. I wonder what people were saying about that statement at the time. I mean, could that be horribly damaging to Barack Obama? I mean, who could say, what were like liberal commentators, sort of like folks like me. Now, I was living upstate at the time, doing my Air America show on Sundays. I don't want to say that opened the door for people, other people at Air America, to in certain areas, but maybe it did. You all remember Keith Olbermann, correct? Well, here's Keith Olbermann with his guest, Rachel Maddow of Air America Radio, on March, I think, 3rd or 4th, 2008. Here it is.
Senator Clinton saying, and let me read, I've got to read it off the computer. I think you'll be able to imagine many things Senator McCain will be able to say, she said, talking about a campaign against him. He's never been the president, but he will put forth his lifetime of experience. I will put forth my lifetime of experience. Senator Obama will put forth a speech he made in 2002. Is it unfair to say that she just ranked Obama third on this topic behind the Republican that she and the Democrats are supposed to be blood oath sworn to defeat?
That's what you say when you want to be John McCain's vice presidential choice. That's not what you say when you're trying to become the Democratic nominee for president.
Unbelievable. Rachel Maddow, Air America and MSNBC. I guess we'll talk tomorrow night.
Yes.
All right. So, the bottom line is, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff gets said in campaigns. And I think if anybody tells you what Bernie Sanders said could seriously hurt Hillary Clinton's chance to become president, I would suggest that you ask for an example. And when they can't provide you an example which proves or even edifies their thesis, you say to them, I have a counterexample. I can give you the example of when someone would say, actually, me and the other nominee are far more qualified than this other guy that I'm running against in the primary. And that other guy in the primary still ends up wiping the floor with that Republican nominee. Hi, I'm Sam Seder, and this is an Ann Coulter doll.
You should not be immigrating here. Stay in your country and hate us.
For smart progressive talk and a little bit of this and even a little bit of that.
Mission accomplished.
Subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and like us on Facebook to get some of our best video clips.